Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone, depending on the time zone you are in. I'm thrilled to be here today to discuss a topic that's transforming our actuarial profession, the rapid onset of technology and how creating bespoke actuarial solutions help achieve your goals. In the next 30 to 40 minutes, we'll explore how custom built tools are reshaping how we approach complex actuarial challenges and deliver unprecedented value to our organizations. So before we start, a quick antitrust note. We'll keep our discussions focused on industry best practices and general terms, maintaining full compliance through our session. Let's talk about technology and techniques in generic terms without specifically naming companies, etc. I will be remiss if I didn't take 30 seconds of your time to acknowledge the sponsors who have supported this summit. Their commitment to our field helps create these spaces where we can connect, learn from each other, and drive our industry forward together. Thank you all for the commitment and making this possible. So, as you would know, my name is Jabran Noor. My journey with actuarial work started many years ago when I realized I could combine my love for maths and programming with real world problem solving. These days at Data Analytics Actuary, where I do independent consulting work, I get to work on various projects such as IFRS 17, IFRS 9, IS 19, etc., which has led me to the topic today. Besides being an actuary, I am also a qualified trainer and assessor. I love to develop actuarial tools and solutions and learn about new technologies, helping us to work better, faster, and more accurately. I'm based in Sydney, in Australia. I'll tell you a fun fact about Sydney Opera House. Do you know that the Sydney Opera House, with all its glory, isn't actually white? It's made out of a million Swedish tiles that create this beautiful white, creamy color that changes with light throughout the day. Pretty good, cool engineering trick, right? I hope we can shadow such programming, engineering, software tricks into our workflows as well. All right, so here's our game plan for the next little while. We are going to start by talking about why the old way of doing things just isn't cutting it anymore. Then we'll dive into exactly what bespoke actuarial solutions are and why they are a game changer. From there, I'll walk you through how it actually works, the tech, the process, and some real world examples of the impact. I have deliberately put the demos description in the middle of the presentation so you could understand before we could discuss the technology and the practical steps to get started in the context of the demos. But I'll be doing the demos at a later stage. We'll wrap up by talking about how you can get started and what's next. My goal is to leave you with practical ideas so that you can take back with your teams, and of course, we'll have plenty of time for your questions in the end. Just keep them simple. Uh, uh, the art of building custom software on the fly. You know the moment when an executive asks for a quick model or just a simple dashboard, and you just know it's going to be anything but simple. That's where the art of building on the fly comes in. It's not about chaotic hacking, it's about smart, flexible problem solving. Start with the sorry, start with the why, not the how. Before asking a single line of code, before writing a single line of code, ask what decision will this inform? Are we pricing a new product? Stress testing a capital model? The goal isn't to build a software, it's to answer the question. Everything else follows. Building on the fly isn't about being reckless, it's about being responsive. It's how we turn uncertainty into insights and requests into answers without getting lost in the process. You have seen it all, maybe even lived it. The moment when you are trying to force your unique business problems into a generic tool, and it just doesn't fit. Maybe you are pricing a niche product or modeling a complex risk that off-the-shelf software wasn't built to handle. You end up with workarounds, spreadsheets everywhere, and a lot of manual tweaking just to get something that's almost right. Yeah, almost right. That's where custom solutions come in. We are not building from scratch for the fun. We are building because generic tools often miss the mark. They can't adapt quickly to the new regulations. They can't easily incorporate our proprietary data or logic. And sometimes they just can't answer the business question, the question that matters most to our business. Custom software lets us move at the speed of our ideas, not the speed of the vendor's update cycle. Embed our actuarial judgment directly into the model. No more black boxes. Solve for precision, not just for convenience. It's not about rejecting all standard tools. It's about knowing when to go beyond them. So next time you find yourself bending over backwards to make something fit, maybe the answer isn't a bigger hammer. Maybe it's building something that actually fits in the first place. All right, let's talk about what's really going on in our world right now, the actuarial world, I mean. If we are all honest, it feels like the job description we signed up has been completely rewritten. Don't you think so? First of all, the data. Remember when our biggest data worry was the messy Excel column, the column which had blanks in it, the column which had dates in various formats, the column which had a combination of strings and dates and numbers and whatnot, foreign characters, etc. in there. We had to clean that particular column, and that was our biggest worry. Now we are swimming in a sea of real time data from sensors, apps, you name it. It's not just big, it's chaotic. And everyone is looking at us to make sense of it, often by yesterday. Then there's a need for speed. Not the game, but really the need for speed. The luxury of quarter long projects, gone. Our internal partners aren't trying to be unreasonable, they are just reacting to the market that moves at lightning speed. They need a model not just to be accurate, but to be ready now so that we can compete. And let's be real about it. Let's be real about the explainability pressures. We used to present to other actuaries. Now we have to walk the marketing team, the COO, and the skeptical regulator through a complex model and also make it sound simple. If we can't tell the story behind the numbers, it's our brilliant technical work that just sits on the shelf. On top of it, the skill sets keep stretching. It feels like we have to constantly learn on the fly. It's not enough to be a great actuary, a credentialed actuary. We are expected to be data engineers, coders, and strategic advisors all at once. It's exciting, but let's admit it, it's also exhausting. And just when we get a handle on of and just when we start getting a handle on all of this, the regulations change. It's a constant game of catch up. Here's one thing I want us to remember though. This isn't just about pressure. It's a proof of our value. They are coming to us because it's hard. They need our unique ability to find clarity in the chaos. So, yes, the landscape has changed, but we are not just keeping up, we are leading the way. Let's talk about how we can do it together. So, why go custom? Why build? When you can buy, we have done that for so many years. It boils down to one word. Yes, one word: fit. Off the shelf software is like a suit off the rack. It's okay, it covers you, but it will never quite fit perfectly. It's built for the average. Uh, it's built for the average user. It's not built for you or your company. Bespoke software is a tailored suit. It's designed and cut for the exact contours of your business. This means precision. It models your specific risk, uses your exact data, and follow your unique processes. No more forcing your business into a box built for someone else. Agility. When your business needs a pivot, a new regulation, a new product, you can adapt the software in days, not wait for months for a vendor update. Clarity. There are no black boxes. You own the logic. You can see it, explain it, defend every calculation, which is an absolute critical for compliance and governance. Integration. It plugs seamlessly into your existing tech stack. No more swivel chair data entry between five different systems. You have all done it. In short, bespoke software isn't an expense, it's a strategic advantage. It turns your actuarial models from a support function into a genuine competitive advantage. Yeah, a genuine competitive advantage. Building effective actuarial tools is not writing, is, yeah, I'll say it's just, yeah, let me rephrase it. Building effective actuarial tools isn't just about writing code. It is about embedding our discipline into the software. I'll repeat it. Building effective actuarial tools isn't just about writing code. It is about embedding our discipline into the software. And this is such an important thing. At the expense of being iterative, I would repeat it. Building effective actuarial tools isn't about writing code. It is about embedding our discipline into the software. The approach that I am going to postulate uh, are is not set in stone. So these are the five principles that I think should be part of it. Actuarial principles first. Tools serving the problem, not the other way around. And ecosystem thinking. All these tools working together. Clarity in code. You don't need a jumbled mess um, in there. There has to be clarity in code. And an evolutionary mindset. All this ecosystem may go stale much quicker, and then you'll have to evolve, and your code has to evolve as well. So our mandate is clear: preserve the integrity of actuarial science above everything else. This means that we'll never force our unique complex problems into generic software. We'll prioritize methodical purity over convenience and build our tools to serve logic, not the other way around. The technology we must use must adapt to our standards. Our standards will never adapt to the limitations. This is the foundation of trust, precision, and true professional value, which I think every actuary, that should be our mission statement. Our approach is not about rejecting modern tools. No, not that. But about harnessing them without compromise. It's the best of both worlds strategy. We achieve this by prioritizing tool flexibility over vendor lock-in, which gives us the freedom to innovate beyond software boundaries. This allows us to build solutions that offer off-the-shelf convenience without the constraints. The results: we maintain our uncompromised core integrity, upholding methodological purity, and building around actuarial logic while simultaneously gaining the agility and precision that generic software can never provide. We get the power of modern technology entirely on our professional terms. We are shifting from building isolated models to cultivating the connected actuarial ecosystem. The mindset is built on three pillars. So I'll not dwell too much into the details, but like integrated and operable core. Solutions are not designed. as a standalone tool, but they are integrated components across different workflows. Principle driven foundation. The entire ecosystem is architected to uphold the uncompromised core integrity of actuarial science. Every connection, every process is built to enforce methodology purity, governance, and transparency by design, and adaptive and collaborative growth. The ecosystem thrives on collaborative development and a holistic problem solving approach. It is designed for flexibility over vendor lock in, giving us the freedom to innovate and adapt to new risks, regulations, and business strategies. This is more than a set of tools, it's a principled living framework that amplifies our impact and embeds actuarial logic in the very fabric of the organization. Don't you feel excited? Self documenting clarity. This is very important. Our ecosystem strength depends on the collaboration and continuity, which we mandate that our code is readable by actuaries, not just developers. You can have a very complex code with lots of variables linking, interlinking each other, but if it's not maintainable, are you going to spend the entire time again to redo the work? It's going to be very painful. We should follow a transparent methodology, collaborate review, and knowledge preservation. And lastly, the evolutionary mindset. To future proof our ecosystem, we must embed a mindset of adaptation readiness as a core principle. This means we actively embrace improvement over attachment to code. How many times you have seen an actuary who has developed a software, a spreadsheet 15 years ago, and every single problem goes through that spreadsheet, even if the spreadsheet cries, screams, curses, uh, it has to go through it. You fit the data to meet the spreadsheet. You get the output which the spreadsheet has been designed to do or has been done over and over again. So that's not the kind of development that we should be looking at. We should be willing to change our code when the circumstances demand so. And nowadays, the circumstances are demanding and demanding and demanding over and over again. So these are the two examples, demos that I'll go through. These are real world examples. These are not the flashy software that I'm going to tell, but they will embody the principles that I've talked about. One was about climate data, in which we had to download and process large volumes of data, large volumes of files. Um, so, and these files had specialized file format, and we had to incorporate lots of data engineering into it, something which the actuaries nowadays do more than previously, but are not really trained to do so. The second scenario that I'll look at is the loss development. So I was the review actuary for audit of many companies. Of these were listed companies, and once you sit into a audit committee meeting, you don't have the luxury of many numbers with you. So you have to have enough numbers available to make your decision. So I'll go through it. It's not the final outcome. It was developed personally for myself, but it's the first iteration of it. So it's very raw. Some of the calculations would be wrong. Things don't look that nice, but I'll go through what was the logic behind putting up such a tool. The technology stack. I will not go through each and every technology, but I'll give you a landscape of the technology stack. This is not specified by a list of languages or vendors, but by a set of core principles that guide our technical decisions. It's deliberately chosen ecosystem designed to serve actuarial science, not to constrain it. In my opinion, Excel still holds as a great member of the modern actuarial technical stack. The Excel of today is nothing like the Excel of the past. So it has Python in Excel, it has Copilot, functional programming, Power Query, Power BI, VBA, Office.js, you name it. Everything can be forced through Excel, good or bad, but that's it. So in the technology stacks, we have a bit of programming languages, R, Python, JavaScript. Then we have notebooks, Jupyter notebooks. We have Git in there for version control. We have Docker for reproducing the calculations or the environment. We have Azure or other cloud services to make the things run faster. We have frameworks, front-end frameworks like React, Vue.js stuff, and then the API. If you connect all these softwares together, you need an API in there. And I'm personally very excited that there is a lot of potential in using GPUs for parallelizing many of these custom codes. So your code can run very, very fast, much faster than what we are used to. So now the thing, how to get started. So I'll recommend the following workflow is adopted for the modern actuarial development methodology. First is identify one repetitive task from your daily actuarial workflows, automate the most time consuming part, build a small prototype, test it with real data and garner feedback, and iterate based on feedback. This is very close to the agile methodology. So read up on the agile methodology, but this is the kind of workflows that would be needed. There are few challenges such as you'll face. One of them is time constraint. You should start with a very small 15-minute automation project. Just automate a single thing and do it well. There would be technical skill gaps. Learn to do it Python, then do it in R, and possibly the same thing in SQL. Learn through practical small steps, small projects, and you would be good to go in no time. And this is my favorite. An API first approach and modular design allows you to build up Lego blocks you can assemble to make beautiful castles, cars, and all the nice stuff. So most of the time, not always, but most of the time, I build custom tools which have an API to it. So if at another point in time I want another tool to call this software, an API interface is always there. The advantages are enormous. There's tremendous efficiency gains, quality improvements, and strategic advantages. Monitor these over time and showcase studies for others to learn from. The adoption of new methodologies is addictive, and in no time you would be infecting other actuaries with the enthusiasm to adopt these practices. I've been dabbling with bespoke tool development for a very, very long time. And it keeps actuarial work interesting, challenging. Every single time a new thing comes in, I look for what stack to use. Just take out a stack randomly and try to implement it. If I had to summarize the whole talk into 5 key points, it would be start small. You don't have to dig a mountain with a spoon. Focus on value. Don't go for technical rigor initially. Target speed, accuracy, auditability. Embrace iteration. Things will not be the perfect the first time around, the second time around, the third time, or even the 15th time around. Iterate until things start moving in the right direction. Develop continuously. There's no point building up momentum and stopping and resuming after a long time. Develop continuously, build side projects, and integrate them with live production after all the quality tests have been done. Share knowledge, don't keep it to yourself. Next time around, come and present here at the summit and tell us how much you have come around. Thanks a lot, and feel free to reach out to me on any of the issues in the presentation and to brainstorm ideas how to link up technologies, run code on GPUs, or simply to tell me how you implemented a project using any of the ideas floated in this presentation. Tell me about the problems you faced, the achievements you did, how many people uh, took on bespoke actuarial development. Take care and have a nice day.